There was really no role that Jesus had in my childhood. I think we're kind of similar in that.
Like I knew kind of God, but I didn't really understand.
I think I went through a lot of depression growing up that I didn't even know what it was. I just felt really bad and kind of hated myself.
I remember drinking pretty much all through high school. Like I was constantly searching for connection. We met 15 years ago, I think this year, at a bar that we were both working at. We just had a lot of things in common, I guess. Both went through a lot of stuff.
But we kind of brought all that mess and chaos into our relationship. None of the drinking or partying or really stopped for quite a while. After we got married, we were trying for a couple of years to have kids, and I had some fertility issues that were holding us back.
It was scary, right? Thinking, well, what do we do? If we can't have kids, what happens? What happens with us?
It was hard. It definitely broke my heart, where I just didn't feel like I was worthy. If I wasn't working, I'd be probably drinking, just kind of trying to numb myself.
We didn't really talk to each other about it either. Having the family was out of our control.
The day we were waiting for some results after weeks of going in every day or 2 days for some kind of treatment, and it didn't sound like the results were going to be very positive. So I rushed home from work, and then I guess in the meantime, the doctor called and
said, yeah, you're pregnant at work. And I was just kind of in disbelief. I was, after so long, I was like, what? This is really happening for us? So I rushed home and just came out the back door bawling. And I was just like, we're pregnant.
Even after having the kids, went through another really dark valley, being a business owner in an industry that was really, really harshly affected by the COVID restrictions. It was hard, and it kind of brought me back to the fertility issues. We had so much help with, and now I can't even provide for it. Just kind of working 20 hours a day, not even coming close to the regular income, so still couldn't pay bills. And during that second depression during COVID, I actually started making plans to kind of set up Morgan and the boys and trying to figure out life insurance. And I started to plan on how I was going to kill myself. And it was really, my self-worth was just completely decimated. I kind of came to the decision not to follow through with it. Maybe social media was good for one thing. Connected with some people on there that pushed me a little bit in the right direction. Maybe talk to somebody, talking through some of the ideas in my head that I was so convinced of with a professional really helped me. It was a little bit after I started going to see some of the doctors or the therapists and getting some of the medical treatment. I told Morgan about what I was going through.
It was very hard for me to hear. I was so grateful that, it didn't happen and that he did open up with me about it. And then just kind of asking him what he needed from me.
I love to read and listen to books and podcasts. And one day I was in the shower listening to a podcast, and Morgan just goes, "You're listening to a lot of Jesus lately." I was like, "Oh, no, not really." And I was kind of embarrassed about it. But, from there, it was just kind of conversations should we check out church? All this Bible stuff. And, is Jesus real? And we knew some people that went to Celebration, and we decided to check it out. As soon as we walked in, you're so welcome. I explained it to people it was kind of like I came back home. I've never been here before.
From the moment I walked in here too, I was just like, everything feels so right.
Yeah, that first service that we came to, Pastor Joel was just directly talking to us. Joel was talking about the God-shaped hole in your heart.
And how you try for so long to fill it with all these different things. It was exactly what our life had been like.
It kind of felt like the weight of the world was just lifting off of our shoulders. I think at the end, without even blinking or looking at each other, consulting at all, we just both accepted Jesus. As soon as I accepted Jesus, it was just a huge feeling of relief.
Just a very peaceful feeling. Everything made sense now. The connection that I was always looking for with drinking, or I thought I was looking for, when I found Jesus, I was like, this is it. I'm never alone. I don't feel the need to drink at all anymore.
Since coming to Jesus, my mental health I just feel so light. I used to just take so much on and so much pressure, and just being able to give it to Jesus and knowing that he's got my back. And I can't even imagine feeling that low to want to commit suicide. Putting Jesus in our marriage or at the center has just been so transformative. It's just unconditional love.
We're so much happier now. It's like we're completely different people than we were 6 months ago, and our marriage just feels stronger and we communicate better. The first time we came to celebration, I just felt this call to be baptized. It's like a new beginning. You get to come out of it and just live a life with Jesus.
I want to get baptized. It's kind of a symbolism, I guess, of rebirth, of the old me dying and then the new one being born anew. So this is, it's an important step for us, and we're really excited.